Okay, so I just left from the dumpster to throw away all of my crystals and Buddha stuff. And ironically, on my way home from doing that, look at this car in front of me, this truck in front of me. I cannot make this stuff up. When I say I literally just threw away hundreds of dollars worth of crystals, oracle decks and books, jewelry. I just finished doing that, and I have this sense of a weight lifted off of me for doing that. Like, even since I've decided to make this change in my life not too long ago, it's been like within the last week or so that I've been coming across videos, just doing research on crystals and yoga, etc. All of the new age spiritual things that I was into for pretty much like the last 10 years. Okay, so imagine how much stuff I had accumulated. And just in the last week or so, I've even noticed a difference in my appearance. The difference in my thinking has changed in just that short amount of time. And I just think that it's just so crazy that of all cars, all trucks I get behind on my way home from releasing those things is that. Okay, now I'm telling you, I can't make this stuff up. God is real, and God does not play about me. God don't play about me. And ever since I asked God to, speak to me audibly, so there is no confusion, when I say stuff be smack right in my face, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to make this video. I just feel a weight has lifted off me. I truly feel blessed and relieved that I released those things. I was sitting there contemplating selling the items. Okay. And I even uploaded a few of them to my Etsy shop. And something just wasn't sitting right with me about it. Something wasn't feeling right to me about it. I felt like, okay, I go and sell these items mainly for the purpose of, like I said, crystals are not cheap, and especially the real ones. Like I said, I just threw away a lot of money, y'all, but I feel so good about it. Long story short, I debated on selling them, and then I thought about it. Like, why would I want to sell these items to another person? At this point, I don't believe in them holding energy. I do not believe in them fixing anything, holding any power whatsoever. If anything, they're just pretty. But I know that for the past 10 years, like I said, I've not prayed with them, but you know what I'm saying. I've meditated with them. I've set intentions with a lot of those items. Some of the oracle decks I have, used. I've never used tarot decks, though. That's one thing. I was always scared of tarot. Like, something about it just didn't sit right. You know what I'm saying? And, ooh, child. I just think that truck just now is just so crazy to me. And, it's just like a confirmation to me how the devil really be in plain sight. This is one of the main reasons why I chose to pray those things up off me and release the attachments that I had to working with crystals and doing like oracle work and stuff like that. Because even though it seems innocent, and even with yoga, even though it seems innocent, if you look back at the history of it, and again, they don't have any power in them, but it's the idol, like you idolizing it. That's what God doesn't like about that. You rubbing a crystal to make you feel better with stress. You praying over a crystal. You setting intentions for a crystal to bring you love, bring you money, bring you protection. The only thing and the only spirit The only energy that can do that for you is God. That's it. God of the universe. That's the only thing that can give you that. And God does not like for us to sit there and put our faith into anything else other than him. And I just have to thank God, because like I said, even in that small amount of time of me making this decision, and it came out of nowhere. Matter of fact, it didn't come out of nowhere. I'm not going to mention any names of the person, but I pretty much haven't been wrapping crystal jewelry for a while. Not because I didn't want to, I just wasn't pushing it. I get to points in my career where like tattooing just kind of overtakes everything, where I don't really have time to do anything else. So I don't push paintings and I don't push wrapping crystals because I just don't have time to do it. So that's where I've been at. I just had too much going on, and I randomly got a request to wrap 2 clear quartz crystals out of nowhere. And I agreed to it. I'm really, really close with the person who asked me to do this for her. So, I told her to drop them off at, in my mailbox, and I'll wrap them for her as soon as I order some more copper wire. I go put the copper wire in my cart, gearing up to go wrap these things for her, order those things for her. And for whatever reason, I could not order that copper wire. Then I came across a video on YouTube speaking on crystals and them being demonic. I was working out and I watched it. And something just came over me, because it just was like, I've been working with crystals for a long time. And yes, there are times in my life where I'm super, super blessed. Then there are a lot of times in my life where it's a lot of destruction and a lot of negativity going on. And my focus in the past has been to buy more crystals, do more crystal work, do more manifesting, do more affirmations, write down pretty much rituals. These are rituals, you guys, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking at them in that manner. I'm looking at them like I'm just trying to manifest better things in my life. I'm just trying to speak positive over my life. I'm trying to speak to my higher self, to, if you're into these things, you know what I'm saying. And what I have, come to realize is that life still be lifing, because that's just what it is. Life is not easy for anyone. It's where you seek your help from is what makes the difference. And even though all those years, and this is me being transparent and me being real, even though all those years that I did crystal work and, did manifestations and all that, yes, I have written down goals and seen things come to pass. But in those times, I've never prayed to anyone other than Jesus, even in the times of doing and dealing with crystals. Never did anything with witchcraft. I never did anything demonic. I never did anything where I'm praying to anyone other than Jesus. That's first and foremost. And I honestly believe that this is one of the reasons why the things that I had prayed for, meditated for, and set my intentions for come to pass, because where my heart is at. Again, this is not to be disrespectful to anyone who does it. I'm not judging anybody who does it. This is just where I am at in my journey right now. And I made a post earlier today where I apologize to anybody for anything that I might have said in conversation, any jewelry I might have made for you, with crystals, any intentions I might have prayed over them for you. That's not my place to do. It's not. That is for God and God alone to handle those things for you. And that's why I'm making this message. I prayed last year. I was going through a whole lot of stuff. It's around the time that I got in my car accident that really changed my life. Once that car accident happened, it was like, it gave me my view on life was, now it's time for me to truly live. Yes, I've been living, moving around, prospering, doing great. But when that happened, I knew then the only thing that saved me, the only thing that kept me in that moment was not the crystals that I had in my ears, because I wear like crystal plugs. I'm going to go through and throw all those away too. And that's funny because the person that I was supposed to wrap the crystals for, she just messaged me, because I text her and I let her know, with love, I won't be wrapping these crystals for you. Let me know when you can come get them. It's just on me to not excuse me. God's still working on me. It's not on me to be fucking with that stuff. It's not. I don't want to. And I told God when that accident came that I wanted a better relationship with God the way I used to as a child. The relationship I had, that innocence where when things going on in life as a child and you're taught to pray to God, that pure innocent belief that I used to have when things would just go wrong. Like I said, in the post earlier, my family has been prone to depression, anxiety, and traumas. And I truly believe that I am one of the family members that is here to assist in lifting my family up out of that. That's my belief. Through Jesus, through God, I feel that it's one of my jobs to uplift my family out of the generational curse. I know that sounds so cliche, but I truly believe that. And I don't believe I'm the only one in my family that's here to do that. I just feel like it's up to me to just focus on my relationship with God. I pray for that. And ever since then, things have been happening. People have been removed out of my life like that. People that I have known my whole life. I mean, people that were so close to me, I considered them like family. But God revealed things to me about those people that they're not. That was also sent from the devil. That's not your friend. That's not your man. That's not your best friend. That's not your sis. These people were placed into your life at a young age to grow up with you. And I started to see them for what they was. And I was able to detach from those people and leave them right where they stood, because I asked God to be audible and to show me everything I needed to see without any confusion. And that's exactly what happened. And God wanted me to let everyone know that in times where you feel like you're losing everything, everyone, it's very easy for you to attached to, like I said, crystals, anything tangible, the whole I am affirmations, because that gives you an empowering feeling that you're going to take control over your life now. Everything's going bad. I have to take control. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to grab this crystal. I'm going to pray and everything's going to be all right. No. When things are starting to look as if you're losing everything, that is when God is putting you in a position to lose all your other options, because the only option that you're supposed to have is God. Period. God is depleting you of all other options, because you're getting lost along the way. Once you tap back in, you will start to see, and I mean truly tap back in. Don't give God no dry praise. Don't give God no mundane like, oh, let me go. Don't just hit up God like that friend you have. And I've been this friend before too, where the only time you call somebody is to be like, negative, 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 negative. Everything's going wrong. Yes, he did this to me. He did that to me. My family is this. My family is that. I've been this person. Just dumping on your people. And then now I'm done dumping. All right, got to go by. Don't be that to God. God wants you to be there through thick and thin. Like I said earlier, give him the praise when things are good and when they're bad. That's what faith is. And the fact, again, that I just finished, it was like I had the stuff in my car. I was going to go and put it into my storage to leave there for when they get sold through my site. Like I said, I just didn't want them in my house. And when I went to go throw some of the stuff away that I was going to throw away, God was like, throw them Buddhas away too. All right. I snatched them up. It was about 4 of them. No, about 5, 6 of them. Snatched them up, tossed them in the dumpster. Come back, ready to close my door. God was like, no. Throw those Oracle cards away too. You want to sell them? Sell them for what? For someone else to be doing the devil's work? Because now you just a source. Like you still ain't doing right. You still ain't doing right. You still not fully trusting in me by keeping these to hold on to sell them. Toss them. All right. They was in the bag with all the crystals. And when I say crystals, I mean I had a big chunk of orange calcite. It was heavy. It was huge. I've been holding on to it. It was a gift given to me a while back. And it was just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Orange calcite was my shit. It was supposed to be for creativity and, to harness your creativity. I don't need that. God gave me gifts of creativity before I even knew anything about crystals. I don't need a crystal to hang around my neck to harness me to do right, to do what I'm supposed to do with my gifts. I don't need a crystal to bring me love. I don't need a crystal to protect me from anything. I know where my help comes from. I just got lost along the way. I'm digging in that bag, went to go pull out the decks. I'm looking at the decks. I even opened up one of the decks and, skimmed through it real quick, because these decks, that's the thing, the images be so beautiful, colorful, attracting. You know what I'm saying? And I'm skimming through the deck, and then I see, one of it's a Starseed Oracle deck that I had. I seen an image saying the messenger, and it looked like the positioning that you would see Christ in, with his hands open, but the face was missing, and it just was like a light right there. Come on now. I shuffled them things closed, put them back in the box, tossed it. And then I seen all those crystals. God said, toss that too. Every dime, every dollar that you have invested in these things, they just been sitting around your house collecting dust for years anyway. Like, everything you've lost from doing this right now, God is going to replace beyond what I can fathom. And I truly believe that. And I just tossed it. The whole back seat just empty now. When I say I started driving down the street, I said, oh my God, I did it. I was contemplating, praying on it. You know how you try to do when you know you're not doing right. So you try to sugarcoat shit. You try to well, my intentions ain't here, so it ain't all the way bad. You know how you try to do. It's either black or white. That's how I usually carry it with everything else. So I'm like, nah, don't be in no gray area now. If you're gonna do it, do it. And I did it, and I feel so good. And that truck on the way home, my ride ain't nothing but 5 minutes home from there. I said, look at this. What? I can't make it up. And I was noticing, looking at some of my tattoos that I have, they gotta go. They gotta go. Luckily for me, I can do it myself, and that's even better. I just want to thank God And I didn't need this video to be super pretty. Because I see some of the videos, where people are talking about going from New Age to Christianity or New Age to Jesus. But I can say I've never denounced Jesus. So this ain't that. I've never said I don't believe in Jesus. I've never done that. So this ain't that. Again, I've never played with witchcraft intentionally, because that's what crystals are. Period. Lighting candles and that, you hocus pocus all day, shorty. Like I can't. God said you can't. Where you at? What side you on? You can't pretend and act like you all for me, but then turn around and something go wrong. So let me grab my rose quartz. Let me grab it. No. From this point on, like I said earlier today, I repent for all my sins. I do that on a regular anyway. I always ask forgiveness for things that I know that I'm doing wrong and things that I don't know that I'm doing wrong. And this particular subject is something that I really was looking at as innocent. I didn't feel like it was wrong at all. And the conviction that was put on me within this past week was so strong that it had me go through every room in my house, grab everything that was not of God. Like I said, even as simple as, art or anything that might be, depicting like a Buddha or something on it, it had to go. And I don't feel bad about it. And this is not to talk bad about anybody who practices or does anything like that, or if those are your religions. I'm not even, titling myself as religious, but I do know that I have a relationship with Christ. I do know I have a relationship with God. I do know that I love going to church. I'm looking for a church home now. But like my grandmother used to say, the church is not in a building. The church is in you. The church is in that rock right there. The church is wherever it is that you go to meet with Jesus, wherever you go to speak to God. That's where the church is. The church is just a building for people to come and, commune together that are in the relationship of, with Christ. And as we all know, there's good and bad people in the church. It don't really matter where you go. But as far as I'm concerned, my goal is to have a testimony to share with the world on how good God is and how good God has been to me my whole life, always protected me and covered me. And I pray the same for you. And, I just wanted to come and make this video because, like I said, I couldn't make the truck situation up. I said, no, this is just wild. God just is funny. Like, there's no way. I don't know, but I love you. Everybody watching this video, if you made it this far, I love you. If you come into contact with me and we're no longer in contact with each other, you're one of the people I spoke on, that you were placed in my life as a friend at one point and now you're no longer around, I still love you. Even if you did me wrong, you left me hanging, you didn't treat me as I treated you, I still love you. That's the God in me. I still love you. I have no ill intentions towards you, never have. I want the best for you. I hope that you're prospering, and I hope that you're moving along in life and you're getting what you need to get. And I hope God is touching you the same way God is touching me. And we can't be like friends no more. Like, we can't be cool or nothing like that, cause I'm still I'm still who I am. Once you hurt me, you got to go over there, but just know that I'm growing and I'm learning, and the contributions that you've given to me, I accept those things, and I use them as life lessons, and I'm healing from all of those things. And like I said, as soon as I made the decision to cut all things that are not of God and not pleasing to God, I immediately started to feel a lightness in my heart. And I visually, when I see myself, I feel and I look different to myself. And it's a good thing. I can't explain it, but I mean, that's all really at this point that I have to say. You know, be blessed.